Hey. Unmute dich mal kurz. Soll ich jetzt einfach erstmal kurz ein bisschen erzählen?
Carlo, man hört uns. GM everyone, welcome to today's session. My name is Mardan. I am the Deborah at Super Team Germany. I'm today with Carlo. We all know Carlo. You need to unmute yourself, by the way.
Oh yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's our community lead. I guess everyone knows him. He's also a judge, newly judge at Colosseum. And today we will go over everything submission related for Colosseum for the Frontier Hackathon. If you guys have any questions while we present some things, feel free to drop them in the chat. I can already see some questions.
Amazing questions from the community. Yeah, I mean, yeah, super excited to host this. I think, yeah, from my experience with the past, I think 5-6 hackathons I've hosted, I've always realized it's not as easy as it seems to do everything correct for the submission. Some people miss crucial steps, or they go with a very last-minute submission, which I would not recommend you guys, by the way. I would recommend to submit a day prior, so you can still do some final tweaks and everything, but you are already safe. Colosseum is a very competitive and big hackathon platform, so I think last year, for example, the number of last-minute submissions broke down the website, and some people had trouble to submit because they tried to put it in the last few minutes. So we are trying here to give you guys really the best, the best support, and hosting a build station with all the support and everything. So we want to make sure as well that you guys are submitting correctly and your startup is in the judging pool of all the projects. But yeah, let's start with some resources from our side. Then I will do one test submission. So I will go through Colosseum and also do one submission and show you guys basically every single step with a test product. I haven't done it either myself, so it will be a new process for me. And then I will show also all the local tracks. There, the submission is way easier and way more straightforward. So you can just go through that process as well with me. And then Madan is going to show you also some tips and tricks to also rate your project and get some agents feedback basically on what you guys are building and maybe do some last minute changes. But yeah, I think I will just start by sharing my screen. Yeah, let's actually share the main screen. Upsala. Do you see the full screen now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I mean, just quickly going over that resource. So this is our cheat sheet. We have been sharing this already before, and that's also linked to our hackathon link tree. Madan, maybe you can, once I'm going over that sheet, drop the hackathon link tree somewhere in the chat or something where you can pin it so people can access it. But yeah, that sheet basically here just gives you all the information about like the main dates and where what is happening, all the communication things, application for Colosseum, some tips and information about the hackathon, and then let's go a little bit more deep into the things which actually matter, which are the submission requirements. So what you need to submit on Colosseum, which is the main and most important submission, is a pitch deck basically. This pitch deck should be like your main pitch deck. You can use this also in your presentation video where you're presenting basically your pitch. You can be also a bit more creative, so it's up to you if you want to use that direct pitch deck and just present that one, or if you want to do something maybe which is a bit more engaging and more creative. For the final video, like the main submission video, you will have 2 minutes, so it's going to be like a very short pitch. You will have the ability to submit one more video, which is more like a product demo video where you can basically go through the application you built and basically do like a whole run through, which is 3 minutes. But the main pitch video is like the first thing people look if they're looking into your product. So this should be like really sharp and clean. Then you also have to submit your GitHub repository. One thing which you have to keep in mind here, some people are not building open source. So for those of you who are building basically closed source, please make sure that you whitelist hackathon@colosseum.org. This is the judge's mail. And if you whitelist that mail, you will be able to also let the judges review your tech part. If not, no one can actually access your code, and then it's very difficult to judge. And you will also go through an online application form, which I'm going to show you also later when we're going through the test submission. Yeah, one important step basically for us would be, of course, to get some thanks back for Super Team for what we're doing here with all the in real life events and everything we're doing with the support side. Please remember to select Germany as your country if you're building here with us, with Super Team Germany. And then also in the application form later on, going through the submission, you will have also the option. I think you cannot really mention Super Team Germany directly, but you can say that you were referred from Super Team, which goes to us if you put Germany there. Then another overview about the global prices. Those you find also on the main Colosseum page, and some more information about the accelerator. So the local tracks also, I would say, very important, especially for our tracks. Actually, that number here changed. It's right now we have like one more extra track, which is basically not direct cash, it's credits from the Miracle. So we have the main track from Visa, which is our 10K track, and everyone who's building with Super Team Germany has to submit here. So this is an open track, our main Super Team Germany track basically. Then we have with the Miracle. This is a little bit more something new we got support with basically. So what they're sponsoring is credits for their basically for their application. What they're doing is they put advertisements in like wallets like Soulflare and MetaMask. So if you release a product and it's going live and you want to do an advertisement in the Miracle, they have a great product for that. And then also our other side tracks like Li-Fi, Jito, and Zorion. I will go over Super Team Earn and go into each of the side tracks again during this little rundown, but just make sure for those that if you need any support, we have like for each of the side tracks, we have a support channel on Telegram. So you can join there. There's people from their teams who are happy to answer questions and to help you guys basically go through their submissions. And yeah, some more tips and tricks and information about BuildStation, resources, etc. are also linked on that page. So I think if you're still looking for last information, or if you don't have everything on your plate yet, make sure you check out that page here and go through everything. And I just realized whilst I was talking that I quickly have to do a little break, Medans. Maybe you can jump in. I need to get my charger for my laptop. So give me 1 second and engage the people here.
Of course, no problem. So Carlo will take you through the different side tracks that we have, the local tracks. through the submissions, and like 10 minutes later or so, I will walk you through Solana.new, which is really powerful. I hope you already know about it and that you checked it out. Okay, let's Carlos back. But yeah, more about it later. I was just telling about Solana.new.
Perfect. Yeah, we will come to that section also in a little bit. I ran through the build station and got my cable quickly. Okay. I think the cheat sheet, as I said, is a great resource. I think I went over everything, so correct me if I miss anything, but I will go on to the next one, which is actually doing the test submission on Colosseum. So let's go back to the screen sharing. And so we are back into the Colosseum portal. So I just logged in. I already created a project without putting any information here. So let's say I just want to submit it already. I will go and say review and submit. And it gives me also a good plan of things which I'm still missing for the submission. So this is something they changed actually. It gives you a little bit better like step-by-step guide. So let's just go through it. So I will just build this as easy as possible. Mail, I'm in Germany. So this is, as I said, an important step also for us. Are you currently in school? No. I would put all of those things here in your cases, so LinkedIn and X, so people, like especially the judges, can see a little bit your profile, maybe your background, especially if you have a background in the direction of your project. And since they put here also recommended, they definitely want to make sure that they have as many information about you as possible. What's your educational background? Just say I'm a community builder. Where have you built before? In my family's restaurant. So don't take those submission takes as I do them right now, as in the same way, because I'm just messing a little bit around here and I don't have to actually submit because I'm not participating in the hackathon. You all should make sure that you fill this as good as possible, the best possible way. Somehow it's not saving for me, or did it save? Okay, it did save. So then I'm back to the edit profile thing. And what do we have to add here? Yeah, this is the main important one where you have to add your country here, Germany. Team members, well, for me, I'm a solo founder, so I would just add myself. If you're working in a team, I would really encourage you to add everyone of your team there. So that shows also the judges that you have been like working together since a little while. Telegram contact. With those things, I think especially like Telegram contact, email addresses, and things like that, please make sure that you always spell it right, that there's no mistake or anything like it happened already before. Like Colosseum, after they review all the submissions and they get already some interest into like certain teams, they sometimes reach out to those teams and ask them to interview. And we had this already with like previous winners in the hackathon, that they got a message about an interview and it was a wrong email, for example. So they never really saw that message and lost a lot of time then, because the interview was like way later after the team finally managed to reach out to someone of their team. So definitely make sure with whatever way you put there for communication that you also are like available, or like that they can message you. Are you applying for the Colosseum Accelerator program and seeking investment from Colosseum? I would say yes. I mean, I'm not gonna get it, but I would recommend you guys to also go for it and try to also get into the accelerator. This is one of the best programs on Solana, and you get like exposure to really, really good teams. It seems they actually added something new here, which is like accelerator questions. So let's see what's happening here. How do you know people actually need or will need this product? Very important one. I will find out. please really take those questions more seriously. Like, I'm just messing around a little bit and trying to go through it quickly so you don't waste your time just looking at me, but make sure that you actually fill them yourself. Just the beginning. Who else filling the space? Totally. Do you make money? Selling the product. Oh god, I hope no one actually has to submit this application here. Review. Forever. Okay, so those are like just a question for the accelerator, which is pretty cool actually that they added it. So let's go back to the review and check what's missing. I think, oh my god, the form got so much longer now. I think we have to go back to step 1 here. I'm so bad with talking and writing in the same way, so please excuse me, guys. Hang tight and read the questions so you can prepare yourself on filling that form yourself. Claude. Okay, save. So then step 2 is still something missing. Okay. Let's upload my profile picture. Let my GitHub profile. They're asking for too much. So let's submit our YouTube trailer for the hackathon. Let's make it public also so others can also see that video. Live product link, yeah. And pitch video. Okay, that one is actually even like without saying anything. The pitch video is definitely public. The product video, basically, you can decide on your own. And as I said it earlier, you can see here it's up to 2 minutes for the pitch video and up to 3 minutes for the live product. Yeah, not a code walkthrough, so make sure that you really actually show the product and not just like what you've built in a very technical way. Then what happened here? I linked the wrong to link the repo. Let's do this one here. Link. And then click save. Review. Something apparently is incomplete again. Zero. All right. Now, finally, after going through all of that, my profile should be completed. Please make sure that, oh shit, my cable, one second.
And real quick, for the video, for the demo video, the pitch video, you could use Loom, loom.com. I'd highly recommend that. I know there are many other options, but this screen recorder is like pretty easy to use, pretty straightforward. So, and it's free. So
yeah, and also make sure that you do this a little bit before submission deadline. So especially with like creating video content and so on and editing stuff, it can happen that things are going wrong. So definitely make sure that you have some time to test it and yeah, not fumble the submission because of the video. So that's something which happened also to a few teams just make sure you have the things in time and you don't struggle because you do everything last minute. And then we go through the workflow again. So we did the project info, media and code, team, accelerator, etc. So we go on review again. Everything is ready. And now I think we can go into the final survey. Do you intend to continue working on this project after the hackathon? This is a very, very low-key, this question, if you click no, you will never have a chance to win the hackathon. So this question should be 100% yes for you. Remember, this is not just like a hackathon where you're participating over a weekend and you're trying to win some prizes. This is really for like people who want to build their startups, and Colosseum wants to see exactly those people. So they want to see that people are going to continue after the hackathon and are not letting it fall down. Have you ever participated in a Solana developer bootcamp or workshop? I would say most of you hopefully have, because we host a lot of those workshops and bootcamps. If not, it's fine. If you participated in any of our events where we hosted something, definitely make sure you say yes. Feel free to give us the shout out here and say like Super Team hosted like their hackathon bootcamp or any other workshop. Are you building in the Canteen Swarm event? I have no idea what the Canteen Swarm event is. So I would just say no. If anyone knows that, feel free to drop me a DM. I feel like I'm uneducated, you know. Merdan, you have any idea what this is?
No, not really.
Okay. Developer experience on Solana. Yeah, be honest, I guess. How did you hear about the hackathon? So this is, I think, especially the question which I meant. Please go ahead and click ecosystem organizations like Super Team here. Hopefully we guys got you into the hackathon and helped you to find out about it, and also hear which groups supported you during the hackathon experience to help you get the best to the submission stage. Please press Super Team here. As I said, it's not like you cannot choose any Super Teams, but just mainly the brand itself. And with submitting to Germany, you are also a Super Team Germany supporter. And then, of course, the last one is optional. If you want to hear about anything, feel free to click any of those. And then you go on confirm submission. And you will see that the hackathon project has been submitted. In the end, I think after the submission, you can still edit some fields. Just make sure that I got some celebration. Just make sure that the main important things like your country, your X profile, like the hackathon X page, the project X page, like everything of that, you cannot really change it anymore. So make sure that you don't mess it up. And one important thing is also the deadline is on May 10th, 11:59 p.m. PDT, which is for us in Germany Monday morning, May 11th, I think 8:59 a.m. So Monday morning, 9 a.m. or like 8:59 a.m. Don't submit 1 minute too late. 8:59 a.m. is basically the final deadline. So Monday, for example, will be like after you submitted the final deadline, you still have some time to submit to the Super Team Earn tracks. So make sure that you first really finish the Colosseum submission, that everything there is set, and then you can like focus on the Super Team Earn submission. And we still have like the whole day build station open, so you can come around, test your pitch, train it a little bit, make sure that you're prepared for demo day, make sure that you submitted to all the side tracks on Earn, which we're going into now. Really just like make sure everything is set here. And like this whole process with the Colosseum submission, you saw it. I've not opened it before. I've struggled a little bit. It took me a little bit more time. Don't do it last minute, really, believe me. Like I think the best you can do is submit it already on Saturday. And then you have the whole Sunday to do like some final edits and do some, reconsideration of some things, but don't like go with a last minute submission. And now, since I talked a little bit about the local tracks, let's go in here quickly as well. So our main local track is our Visa track. So we have a partnership with Visa this time. They're our strategic branding partner here, and teams who are building basically here in Germany with Super Team Germany are all eligible to submit here. So this is not just the finance track. This is like to any use case you're solving, to anything you're building on Solana. Please submit here. This is like basically our main country track. So make sure that you do this, and this one is basically a must-do. And then the others are more like partner side tracks. So as I said, the Miracle offered one track. Is basically credit, so it's not directly 10K USDC. They give you credits to use basically their benefits in their platform. I think actually here this sentence also gives some more information. Basically, still if you win it, I think you have to, wait 1 second. Eligibility. So the winning team still must commit a minimum of 5K basically value. So you have to buy something and you get the top up of the credits. I think it's a cool product actually, but it's up to you if you want to submit here with whatever direction you can still submit it here. You don't have to integrate anything. Whereas like the other side tracks, which are sponsored by Li-Fi, for example, here you definitely have to integrate Li-Fi into your application. They have a lot of like great resources, and I've heard already from a couple of teams that it's actually not that hard to integrate. So make sure if you're like building something which goes in a cross-chain direction anyways, make sure that you also use Li-Fi. And then the next one, which is our second sidetrack, is Jito. So here, I think especially for those people who are a bit more in the DeFi direction, building with Jito Soul, building anything in direction with MEV, validators, and so on, are eligible here. It's again only a German sidetrack, so no one else can submit here. So this increases, of course, the chances for all of our German teams. And then also Zerian. Oh, I misspelled the name yesterday, and now since then I have a hard time to spell it. So Zerion also has a track. This is basically for autonomous on-chain agents using their CLI. They also, like all the three tracks which I just introduced you, so Li-Fi, Jito, and Zerion, they all have like a dedicated Telegram channel where you can ask questions basically if you have. They offer some mentoring and some support, so please use that. I think it definitely makes sense to be in touch with those people and get the support basically to have the best possible achievement also on their tracks. And yeah, I think if I haven't missed anything, maybe Melon, if there was anything which I missed, you can let me know.
Yeah, one other thing to mention is that we will have a Jito workshop in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe we should mention this as well. So for everyone building for Jito on the Jito track, definitely join us in 20 minutes as well. And regarding the general submission, I did participate in 3 Colosseum hackathons so far. I say just like Carlo mentioned, the most important thing that people, in my opinion, get wrong is that they focus on the technicals too much and not too much on don't spend much time on the pitch deck and the pitch video. These are really important since these are the first things that the judges see. So definitely spend enough time on those. I'll show you some cool tools that you can use for those to get to your pitch deck and even video quickly. But yeah, besides that, I would say definitely put enough time into the video, whether you use Loom or a different screen recorder. It's really important to plan enough time for that, because for me, I usually did spend hours to get it to 3 minutes, because the 3 minutes is the problem. Like, you can talk for 5 minutes and show everything, but you only have 2 minutes this time. In the past, it was 3 minutes, so it's even harder now. So definitely do that a couple days before submission.
Yeah. Before you start, I just want to say before you start, Melon, I would answer some of the questions here because I saw some questions in the chat. Can you share the link to this doc? I think this was already solved since you put the QR code up. So this should be the one which is pinned here, the QR code, the hackathon guide. Then I see another question. What if teams can't add members to their projects on Colosseum website? I think it should be possible. I just haven't tried it because I was just doing the test submission. If not, we can figure it out, Paul. I mean, you can just come up to me and give me some information and I will look into it. And another really good comment here, be sure that any Google Docs, Google Drive info is actually shared in an accessible way. Yeah, especially if you open up folders, make sure they are possible to open with everyone who has the link. So if there's anyone like who's sharing a private folder and people have to request per email, like no one will request per email. They have enough projects to judge, so everything from your side must be perfect, so the judges can just access it and don't waste any time. How good does the video editing have to be? Is it enough to just show, just record myself talking while screen recording deck and MVP? It is enough. It depends on what you would like to have as a result. I feel like I've seen like some really, really great pitch videos which were like super like storytelling, interactive, more creative. But I've also seen normal pitches, and both of them have chances to win. So it depends a little bit more on the product and how you present it. I would say make sure that you definitely are not just like super boring talking in the camera without any emotions, without anything which is giving the judges some how do you say it, some catch basically to stay on and actually listen to that pitch. Again, like there's so many submissions coming in this hackathon, especially I think this time around with everything you can do nowadays with AI will be even more and more, and it's going to increase. So it's way harder to like shine there, but I think everyone can shine. You just have to be a bit more creative. Okay, one last question, man, and then you can start. What if we will record a state of the DApp on Saturday that we will improve on Sunday? Would you recommend that, and how would you formulate that? I'm not sure if I understand it right. So you mean basically if you already record a video and then you still want to change it to another one if you have a better result? I hope
I think he wants to add a new feature or improve the app.
So one thing I think also, like, because some people ask me if they have like multiple GitHub repos which are for one project, or if they have like another resource or any other thing they want to share. Like if that's the case, basically there's always like a field for additional links, so you can also add more links to your Colosseum submission. So in that field, additional links, you can just add like another video which you recorded maybe one day later. I hope that helps. And if not, if your question was if you have to update it, I actually have no idea if you have the chance after you submit the final video, if you can change that. So you have to check if that's possible to change it later on. Okay, cool. But yeah, now Merdan will go a little bit into how to judge your project, etc.
Right. Exactly, yeah. So I want to quickly show you guys something that I hope you already heard this. It's called Solana.new. If you haven't heard this, not gonna make it, I would say, but I don't, because you still have time. It's so powerful. Send AI and Super Team definitely cooked with this. I wish this existed before, so I could have used it as well. But like really briefly, it's basically a curated list of skills, MCPs, and knowledge base for your AI agent for Solana. So basically everything that your AI agent would need regarding Solana, you can just add with this one single command. And I want to quickly show you some of the things that you can use with it. Let me quickly share my screen. Because most people actually don't know what you can use it for, which is why I want to show you this. Okay, you can see it, right? Okay, so I'm basically using Codex, but you can obviously use Claude, you can use anything you want, and you can just simply set it up with copying this command and installing it manually in your terminal, or you can just go ahead and tell your AI to go on Solana.new and set it up. I already did it, so I will not go through it. But once you do it, like this would be like the easiest way to do it. Just say, give it the URL, solana.new, and tell it to set it up. And once you do that, you can go ahead and list all of the skills it installed from solana.new, which again is this curated list of all of the important and useful Solana AI stuff. So you don't have to go over everything manually and install it one by one. It has all of those installed for you. And to give you some examples, there is the Colosseum Copilot that you guys should know by now, which gives you access to the Colosseum database, to all of the previous submissions and more. So some interesting ones that people, for some reason, miss is create pitch deck. So it pretty much creates a pitch deck for you. So you need to give it some information. Obviously, you feed it some information, and then it will create a pretty good pitch deck for you using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript that you then can convert to a PDF or a presentation file. There's also, which is cool, there's the CSO one, which stands for Chief Security Officer. So if you are a vibe coder and you want to make sure that your application is secure, definitely have a look at that one. It has all of the skills, all of the information to help you build a more secure program and a more secure Solana app. Another interesting one, deploy on mainnet, which is also really nice to have. For Colosseum, you obviously don't need to deploy to mainnet. You can just deploy to DevNet if that is needed for you. But this is also really interesting to check out. A couple other ones that are worth mentioning are marketing video. So there's a skill regarding marketing videos. So you can use this to create cool-looking videos. This also works with video craft skill. So it helps you create a video for you. Another interesting one, Roast My Product. This is something that we at Super Team Germany also talked about during Build Station. It basically gives you a really harsh feedback on your product and tells you where you can improve. And you can obviously combine this one with the Colosseum Copilot and create a really robust product skill and product review. And lastly, this is also something I want to mention, and this fits perfectly to what we are doing right now, submit to hackathon. So you can basically, I highly recommend you to go over submit to hackathon. How much time do we still have? We still have 10 minutes. We can basically go ahead and tell the AI to explain how skill works. But this will basically go over all of the information that you feed it again, and then it will create the descriptions for you. It will fill out give you all of the text that you will need for the submission forms and help you with your submission overall. So definitely check this one out as well. And yeah, so it checks the existing context. If context is missing, it asks you, and then it reads the submission references and then drafts the submission package. So you can basically pretty much copy paste it or you could even tell it to submit for you if you have an AI agent. Yeah. So I would say that is enough for this. I can share you the website with you again. It's called solana.new. And this is also the GitHub if you want to check out all of the skills in detail. Yeah. Any last words from you, Carlo, before we wrap up?
Yeah. Yeah. One last important thing. I just had it the whole time in my mind and had to save it. For those of you who are pitching here at Demo Day, so everyone who's presenting in person on Tuesday, sorry, we need to gather mostly like from everyone basically the name of the project and the pitch deck. We will create a survey also and send it in our groups. Just make sure that you keep an eye on our hackathon group and on any other channels. I will probably, like, for those who don't see it and who I'm in touch with anyways, DM and send that form, but it's really important for us. We want Demo Day to be like a really smooth day of all the presentations, so we will create a schedule. If you need, for example, to leave after, I don't know, 2 p.m. and you have to be in like the first quarter, drop us a message, add any information you need to basically when we're sending out that form. Just make sure that you are in that form and that you filled it. So we have your pitch deck and we have you on the schedule for the Demo Day. And then I think the last final words are ship, and build something great, outstanding here. And super excited to look into all the projects also in the judging phase.
Take care, guys. Bye.